Have you ever wondered how the vibrant, dynamic world of anime came to be? From flickering silent films to global streaming giants, the story of anime is a century-long saga of innovation, passion, and artistic revolution. Today, we journey through time to uncover the incredible history of how Japanese animation conquered the world. Our story begins over 100 years ago, in the early 20th century. Before the colorful characters we know today, there were the silent pioneers, Oten Shimokawa, Junichi Kuchi, and Seitaro Kitayama. Imagine them, painstakingly drawing frame by frame on chalkboards or with paper cutouts, bringing simple figures to life. Their work was groundbreaking, the very first seeds of an art form. Tragically, most of these fragile early films were lost forever in the devastating Great Kanto earthquake of 1923. The fragments that survived give us a precious glimpse into this nascent era. As Japan moved towards the 1940s, animation, like in many other countries, was co-opted for a darker purpose. It became a tool for propaganda during World War II, a somber chapter in its artistic development. But from the ashes of war, a new and powerful creative force was about to emerge. The post-war era brought a cultural renaissance to Japan, and at its heart was one man, Osamu Tezuka. Known reverently as the god of manga, Tezuka's influence is impossible to overstate. He revolutionized storytelling with his cinematic paneling and complex characters. And in 1963, he brought his most famous creation to the small screen. That creation was Astro Boy. This wasn't just another cartoon, it was a phenomenon. Astro Boy became the first widely popular anime TV series, establishing conventions that define anime to this day. Those large, expressive eyes? That's a Tezuka trademark, designed to convey a wide range of emotions. The idea of a long-running, serialized story that keeps you coming back week after week? That started here. While Tezuka was pioneering television, another giant was taking its first steps, Toei Animation. Inspired by the lush works of Disney, Toei produced Japan's first full-color feature-length anime film, The Tale of the White Serpent. These early films were beautiful, cinematic experiences that proved animation could be more than just short cartoons. Together, Tezuka's television hits and Toei's feature films laid the foundation for an entire industry, a new dawn for Japanese animation. As we rocket into the 1970s, the anime landscape begins to explode with color and variety. The foundation was set, and now creators were ready to explore. This was the decade of genre diversification. Suddenly, animation wasn't just for kids, and it wasn't just one style. A new titan stomped onto the scene, the mecha genre. With Mazinger Z, audiences were introduced to the thrill of giant, pilotable robots. It was a power fantasy that captured the imagination of a generation and spawned one of anime's most enduring archetypes. But it wasn't all about giant robots. For those seeking grit and human drama, there was Oshita no Joe, a story about a down-and-out boxer. It was a raw, intense sports anime that proved the medium could tackle mature, character-driven narratives. At the same time, a new voice began to emerge, speaking directly to a female audience. The shoujo genre blossomed with series like The Magnificent Rose of Versailles. Set against the backdrop of the French Revolution, it was a sweeping historical drama filled with romance, political intrigue, and complex characters. The 70s proved that anime could be anything: a sci-fi adventure, a gritty drama, a historical romance. The canvas was wide open. The 1980s arrived, and with it, a new level of ambition and artistic refinement. This was the golden age. The home video market boomed, giving rise to the original video animation, or OVA. No longer tied to TV broadcast standards or the massive budgets of feature films, creators had unprecedented freedom. This led to an explosion of stunningly detailed and often more mature works. The visual style became cinematic and gritty. Think of the neon-drenched, dystopian cyberpunk world of Akira. Its breathtaking animation and complex, dark themes set a new standard for what animation could achieve, leaving a permanent mark on global cinema. At the other end of the spectrum, you had the epic space opera of Macross, which masterfully blended giant robot action, idle music, and a compelling love triangle. It was a cultural touchstone. And amidst this creative frenzy, a legendary studio was born. In 1985, visionaries Hayao Miyazaki and Isao Takahata founded Studio Ghibli. Their first official film, Castle in the Sky, continued the precedent set by Miyazaki's earlier Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Ghibli became synonymous with unparalleled artistry, enchanting storytelling, and a profound respect for nature. The 80s were a declaration. Anime was not just entertainment, it was high art. If the 80s were about artistic maturity, the 1990s were about world domination. This was the decade the world got hooked. The groundwork laid by previous generations culminated in a handful of series that became global phenomena. In schoolyards from Tokyo to Toronto, kids were trying to go Super Saiyan, inspired by the earth-shattering battles of Dragon Ball Z. The show's blend of intense action and epic storytelling made it an international sensation. Meanwhile, Sailor Moon was redefining the magical girl genre. It wasn't just about cute outfits and wands. It was about friendship, empowerment, and saving the world in the name of the moon. A simple concept, gotta catch 'em all, exploded into a multimedia empire of games, cards, and an anime series that became a staple for an entire generation of kids outside of Japan. But the 90s weren't just for kids. A show emerged that would challenge audiences and deconstruct the entire mecha genre, Neon Genesis Evangelion. It was a psychologically dense, often bewildering series that delved into themes of depression, trauma, and identity. It proved that anime could be philosophically complex and deeply unsettling, sparking countless debates that continue to this day. By the end of the 90s, anime was no longer a Japanese curiosity, it was a global cultural force. We've now entered the new millennium, the era of the digital revolution. The way we create and consume anime has fundamentally changed forever. Hand-drawn cells gave way to crisp, clean digital animation, opening up new visual possibilities and streamlining production. But the biggest game changer was the internet. The rise of streaming platforms, spearheaded by services like Crunchyroll, completely demolished the barriers of distribution. No more waiting years for a dubbed release or hunting for expensive import DVDs. New episodes became available worldwide, legally, just hours after they aired in Japan. This unprecedented access led to an explosion in fandom and a diversification of content unlike anything seen before. The modern era is defined by its infinite niches. The isekai subgenre, where characters are transported to fantasy worlds, became wildly popular. On the other end, quiet, contemplative slice-of-life shows, which find beauty in the everyday, developed devoted followings. From high-octane action to gentle comedies, from mind-bending thrillers to heartwarming romances, there is now an anime for literally every taste imaginable. The journey from those first flickering images to the vast digital library at our fingertips has been incredible. The story of anime is a testament to the power of art to evolve, to connect, and to capture the imagination of the entire world. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey through anime history. What was the first anime that got you hooked? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into the worlds we love. See you next time.